my goodness, man. Mission 12, Ghost Ship. Go to the deck and head to the captain's cabin. Plunge the sword from an even further distance. I'ma save up for that one. But I bet this is gonna be annoying. You cannot use your devil trigger. It quickly changes the view to the direction that the left stick is being pressed. Okay, so triangle. Circle for check. X swim. Change directions up and down. Inverse. I don't like inverse. When you have the underwater gun equipped, press Alt-1 square or circle to fire. The controls are based on a normal mode. Okay. But I bet the camera angle is just gonna really bother me when I start swimming. I fight these puzzles, but I didn't read up on them at all. Okay, let's see. If you don't mind, let me read up on the enemies for you. Marionette. They are low-class evil spirits that borrow the bodies of puppets in order to exist in a physical state. Sometimes they use guns to attack. Before they fire their guns, they have a habit of twirling their wrists that make spinning sounds. The daggers they throw travel in a straight line. If you can see the enemy preparing to attack, you should be able to avoid being hit. They will also throw crescent-shaped blades that curve around obstacles to attack you. Keep a sharp eye and watch their movements. Why did y'all put a big space here and then go all the way down? That don't make no sense, but okay. Since they exist as physical entities, they can be destroyed by physical means. Use guns, swords, and other ways to destroy them into oblivion. Okay. Bloody Mary. They are low-class evil spirits. Okay, basically they do the same thing, right? Okay, they do the same thing. Sin Scissors. They are one of the low-class evil spirits that can only exist by taking the shape of physical objects. These evil spirits have chosen deadly scissors as their shape. These evil spirits are dependent on the mask they wear. They cannot exist without them. When they are coming down with their scissors, there's a short moment of time when they are off guard. If you attack at the right moment, you'll be able to damage them critically. Oh, so as they're coming down, you attack them. Okay, me, I just do whatever. They will deflect your attacks using their scissors. If you are able to knock the scissors out of their hands, they will become defenseless. This will be your chance to blast your gun at them. Sin Scythe. These evil spirits have scythe instead of scissors. Like the Sin Scissors, they are dependent on their mask. They cannot exist without them. The large spinning attack with the scythe is an expression of the Sin's hatred and anger. You have to be quick on your feet to evade the returning scythe of the boomerang scythe attacks. Guns are very effective against these evil spirits since they've only fought with ancient knights who only use swords. Use your guns to blast them out of the air. Death scissors. The part that looks like a cow's bone is their main body. Their evil is much stronger and tougher when compared to the Sins. They use many staffs made from bones of animals and humans to create an evil barrier. This barrier is impenetrable. You must defeat the enemy within it. Their screw attacks are accurate and very destructive. Dodge to escape these attacks. It's unwise to try to fight these evil spirits from surface. Become a devil hunter and take the fight into the air. The head of the main body is their weak point, but regular guns won't have much effect against it. The weakest points are their horns. If you find a way to attack their horns, it's the most effective way to fighting them. Their capes are nothing more than illusions created by the evil spirits. All physical attacks are useless. When they concentrate evil in their heads turn red, and all of your attacks become ineffective. When you are caught in this situation, do your best to dodge their attacks. Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't know their heads turn red. Good thing I'm reading up on this. Death Scythe. These are the evilest, the strongest and the highest ranking of all the Sins. Their deadly body attacks from above must be avoided. If you are hit, critical damage will be inevitable. The tornadoes that appear are the spirits in the atmosphere that were forced to comply with evil ways. The tornadoes will suck their prey into the air, taking away their freedom to move. How you utilize these tornadoes to your advantage will test your quality of a devil hunter. If you use the power of the tornado to your advantage, you should be able to jump to where you want to go. Their capes are nothing more than illusions created by evil spirits. All physical attacks are useless, meaningless. Attacks will only make them counterattack. Jump higher than the enemy and attack with accuracy from above. So basically, these Sin Scissors and Death Scythe and all that stuff, you might as well just go. You might as well just take flight and use your lightning powers. These evil spirit. They forgot the S. Inhibits the body of a fly. Their hideousness is not too difficult to imagine from its appearance and movements. What appear to be maggots that the blue vomits are not real maggots. They are a form of evil power that, when in contact with it, will prevent your gun from firing until they are all off. In this case, you should switch your weapon to a sword. The green eat the dead, absorb their evil powers, and become even stronger. After absorbing, they gain more agility and thus more dangerous. When it is hit and on its back, this is when it's most vulnerable. Blast it with an aerial attack. Also, watch out for the poison it sputs out. Oh, I didn't know that was poison when I went up against these things. Also, this name right here. What games are doing nowadays? Well, they did this back then too, since it's an old game. This name is a biblical name, just so you know. So for certain demons or fallen angels and stuff and false deities, they getting this straight out the Bible and using it for game. Phantom. This is one of the servants of the Dark Emperor. Inside its exoskeleton body there's hot, molten lava. Not only is the shell hard, it also protects it from magical attacks as well. It uses its mouth to release its magical powers. This opening is the only vulnerable part of the monster. The tail coiled on its back is a deadly weapon that will thrust its stinger with amazing speed. You should keep your distance to avoid being stabbed. It can summon the dead by sticking its head into the ground, and the dead will awaken in the shape of fire pillars. The fire pillar strikes from places where the ground lights up. Run and jump to avoid this attack. And that attack is the attack that Baldur, which is Bayonetta's dad, uses against you. Especially at the end of Bayonetta 1, where you're on that falling, where you're on a piece of the falling building, and he's like in one of his ultimate forms, and that lava keeps coming out of nowhere. So they're using a power from Phantom, and they gave that power to the Lumen Sages. And Baldur so far is the last of the Lumen Sages, which I don't know how he survived and all the other Lumen Sages died. Unless the ones that was on that plane that sacrificed themselves, maybe they might be some Lumen Sages, I don't know. To this day, I don't know if they survived. I think Baldur is the last of the Lumen Sages, just like Bayonetta and John is the last of the Umbran Witches. It's weird how John and Bayonetta, I know people like, get back to the game, but hey, the first video says Bayonetta player plays DMC. Like, if you don't like this part, just skip. But I'm gonna tell you right now, once you finish DMC, all of the DMCs, and you go straight into playing Bayonetta, you're gonna go back to DMC, cause there's a bunch of same company made both of these. You're gonna go back to this. You're gonna be like, wow, they just reuse all this stuff for Bayonetta. Like, oh, so I get why this looks like this. I get why this is the way it is. And I'm playing this game because I want to see why they haven't done a crossover yet. Why they can't do a crossover between DMC and Bayonetta. Like, Bayonetta 3 is and you can skip this part and go back to the fighting if you don't want to hear this, but Bayonetta 3 is like the Avenger Endgames if you've ever gotten into the Marvel Universe. Like, everything's happening at the same freaking time. You find out in Bayonetta 3 that it's the multiverse. Like, just like in the Avengers Endgame, you find out there's multiple universes. You got people coming from a parallel universe or whatever, and they all come in for this big great war, and that's exactly what's happening in Bayonetta 3. Cause you see different Bayonettas. You got an Egyptian Bayonetta, a Chinese Bayonetta, a Japanese Bayonetta, and a European Bayonetta, and a French one. Well, that's European too, but it ain't in England. The original Bayonetta is from somewhere in England. So, yeah. But yeah, let's they're talking about the fire pillars. To be honest, once the fire pillars come up, it's hard to avoid that. You gotta be extra fast. But anywho, it can charge its evil powers and unleash its fires of evil through its mouth. Rolling seems to work well in avoiding this attack. When its anger is at its peak, it'll shoot fireballs from its back like a volcano eruption. Concentrate and dodge this attack. The body's top side is also its weak point. If you want to prove yourself as a true devil hunter, close in on the enemy and attack him from above. So you might as well fly. Cyclops. Although they appear similar to the Phantom, they are still one of the low-class evil spirits. However, since they take on earth and rocks as host elements, they have substantial durability. Contrary to their appearance, they have superb leaping abilities. By eating dirt, they form rocks in their mouth. They shoot these rocks out from their mouths. Try to avoid standing in front of them whenever possible. I didn't even notice that. Although their armor is made from rocks, it doesn't compare to the armor of the Phantom. Use your Devil Hunter powers to bash the monster along with their armors. Okay, Nello Angelo. The knight in the dark armor is well versed in the same art of combat as Dante's. Everything about this knight remains as a mystery. Light emission is always present before releasing his energy that's generated by converging the surrounding energy. Be ready for it when you see the light. His strength to wield a sword of that length is extraordinary. Keeping distance and waiting for an opening is a wise strategy when he starts to swing his sword viciously. If you time your sword swing with his, you'll be able to block his attack, creating an opening for attack. He uses a special displacement method to instantaneously to move from one place to another. Determining where he'll appear next is a difficult thing to do. Keep calm and focus your attention on where he will appear. I didn't keep calm. That was annoying. His powerful attack that is executed after he takes his upper guard stance is almost impossible to stop. It's unwise to go head to head with him. Use your speed and agility to dodge his attack. Blade. They are soldiers created by the Dark Emperor to take control of the surface. They use a kind of reptile as host bodies, thus having much lizard-like characteristics. The round shield on their forearm is coated with evil powers and deflects most attacks. The defense is good for the attacks that come from above, but it not as good for the attacks that come from the bottom. The mask they wear protects them well against bullets. Either you can destroy the mask quickly, or it may be wiser to go around the enemy to attack it from other angles. They can pressurize their blood, concentrate it to their claws, and shoot them out like missiles. Oh, so that's what they're shooting at me. When you see them take the stance to fire, do your best to dodge them. Possessors of super agility, the blades can resume their body positions even when they're struck up into the air. Trying to defeat them with monotonous attacks will be a difficult task. The armors they wear protect them from most attacks, but underneath the armors lie their weak points. They have armors that protect most of their backs. It is safe to say that by attacking places not covered by armors can do a lot of damage. Griffin. This is another servant of the Dark Emperor. It's a gigantic bird-like monster. It uses wind and lightning as its weapons. Its electricity attacks can be dodged by jumping. Watch out for this attack when the griffin flaps its wings and tries to keep distance. Like I was mentioning in the other game, the golem in Bayonetta 1 that turns into like a origami looking bird. does the same thing that the Griffin does, like pushing that wind towards you, except the Golem creates like this tornado, while the Griffin is just pushing wind. I don't think it turns into a tornado. Okay. This electricity attacks can be dodged by jumping. Watch out for this attack when the Griffin flaps its wings and tries to keep distance. The electric bound-like attack is very accurate. Use the accuracy of the attack to your advantage to dodge. Using techniques like aerial attacks and hovering still in the air may help. To be honest, for most of these enemies, it's best just to save up your trigger and just fly and attack them with the lightning bolt stuff. Just because the Griffin is far away doesn't mean you're safe from his attacks. He will charge towards you with his quick feet and damage you with an intense beak snap. Similar to an air raid, he will drop many energy balls as he glides in the air. Try to anticipate where they will fall and avoid being hit. I get hit regardless. The Griffin's body attack is backed by its ability to control wind power, and it is very dangerous. When he flies high into the air and out of sight, watch out. Okay, this is the last one. Sargasso. They hide between the edges of the sea and the underworld. They wait on stray wanderers and feast on them. The spirits of the victims are destined to wander the endless sea of the underworld. They will move quickly and feast on a life form that they sense nearby. They will show their true self only when they attack. Okay, I know I should have read those as I go, but oh well. So basically, we're trying to find this ship. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, it really is inverse. Oh no. Ooh. Oh my goodness, the camera angles, the controls are horrible. Why it won't let me fight him? What is going on? There's nothing in the treasure box except seashells. Oh, needle gun, the only weapon that can be used underwater. Okay, now I can fight. Let's see. Maybe I shouldn't go up there yet. It's been left here for a very long time. It doesn't look like it's usable. Oh man, did I go back in the... anything down here that I need? Seriously, it ain't nothing? Man, let's say I came down here for nothing, man. Let me just going on up here. Come on. Okay, this was what was on the screen. It's locked shut, and there's something written. I am the ship that carries the wandering souls on the brink of the underworld. Protect the ship, and you shall be given the fire of Saint Elmo. Whoa! So now what? There's something up here I'm supposed to get. Oh shit. Hey, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I can't go through it. Oh. Oh, never mind. What is this, the Flying Dutchman? There go Griffin. What am I supposed to do? The hell is this? Good, I'm doing a lot of damage to him. see what that is. Do I go in now or what? Never mind. Okay, that was it.